December 19th, meeting of the Township Board of Supervisors to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time I'll ask for any public comment on agenda items other than development or rezoning. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to number 4, approval of new part-time firefighters. Chief Cliff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a recommendation for the Board of Supervisors to hire the following individuals as part-time firefighters at a pay rate of $15 an hour to $18 an hour. Gregory Ackrey, Nick Ayers, Caitlin Bauer, Stephanie Davis, Dylan Gamber, Joshua Grappy, William Harrington, Harrigson, Michael Harrington, Michael Kelly, Robert Laufenberg, Christopher Parker, Alex Purchase, Michael Roberts, Connor Rosenbaum, Brian Salvatore, Ryan Sargent, Nathan Serafin, Gregory Summerson, Jesse Walker, Tyler Wahola, and Jacob Wolf.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Is there a motion to approve the hiring of the new part-time firefighters as presented by Chief Cliff?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next up, we'll have the swearing in of the firefighters.
I'm going to come up here so I can see everybody and just talk a little bit about, right now, we're going to end up bringing all the firefighters up. The way the process is going to work is we're going to bring them up and we're going to actually have them swear in all at one time. And then once we get them sworn in, we're going to go through the symbolic process of pinning their badges on. So because of the large group today, we're going to do them 7 at a time. So we'll have the first 7 families come up and join them, and we'll just do 3 rotations of the actual pinning of the badges. These firefighters that are about to get sworn in today, they went through a very rigorous hiring process. They had to do applications. They had to take written exams. They had to pass a very in-depth background check and also pass a very strenuous physical agility test. Part of this process is we wanted to really just identify who were the ideal firefighters for Millcreek Township. We wanted to make sure that we had the very best staff to come on board to support the residents of Millcreek Township. So greatly appreciate everybody coming. I'm going to announce their names one at a time, and we can have them come on up. Gregory Ackrey, Nicholas Ayers, Caitlin Bauer, Stephanie Davis, Dylan Gambler, Joshua Grappy, William Harrigson, Michael Harrington, Michael Kelly, Robert Laufenberg, Christopher Parker, Alex Purchase, Michael Roberts, come right on down, Connor Rosenbaum, Brian Salvatore, Ryan Sargent, Nathaniel Serafin, Gregory Summerson, Jesse Walker, Tyler Wahola, and Jacob Wolf. make room for Dan and the board to come through.
Okay, would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of Millcreek Township firefighter in Millcreek Township, Erie County, with fidelity. Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Okay, so the next part is going to be the symbolic badge pinning. So we're going to keep Greg, Nick, Caitlin, Stephanie, Dylan, and Josh. You guys can stay up here, have your families come up, and the rest of you, if you can just go to the back of the room. We're going to do 3 different rounds here. It's going alphabetical, if anybody's wondering how this is going here. So the 7 of you, if you just want to spread out, you can have your families come on up, and we can get your badges pinned on. 6? Josh, where's Josh? Josh is there. Who are we missing? Hunter. You can go right ahead. Yep, you can go ahead right now and badge them. We'll get pictures as we go.
It's good to see some women in the crew. It's good to see some women in the crew.
Yep, you're good. Thank you. Okay, if the next 7 want to come up. So we have William Harrison, Michael Harrington, Michael Kelly, Robert Laufenberg, Chris Parker, Alex Purchase, Michael Roberts.
God, it just looks like identical.
You can bring your families right up with you. We'll get pictures.
Is everything in your report?
Sam, did you go with pictures you need?
Who was the judge? Isn't it in the deed? You have to see
All right, thank you guys. We'll have the next group of firefighters come up. Connor Rosenbaum, Brian Salvatore, Ryan Sargent, Nathaniel Seraphin, Gregory Summerson, Jesse Walker, Tyler Walhola, and Jacob Wolf. I come behind? Button yours?
Literally, I'm about to click it, and then you all step right in front. Yep.
We're at the same positions. Same positions. All right, guys. Same positions as when we started. Okay, we're 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're going to real quick bring all our firefighters right back up one last time so we can get some group pictures if anybody wanted to do some pictures. And then also we're going to do a quick prayer as well. At this time, if I could bring up our chaplain, Russ Moran. So once Russ gets finished with doing our blessing, I'd like to invite anybody who would like to come up and join us for a reception. We're going to go up to Westridge South Station on Sterretania for a reception up there. So anybody that doesn't want to stick around for the meeting, please feel free to join us up at the fire station for a reception. We have drinks and pizza and that type of stuff. So please come up and join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us bow our heads in unity as we seek guidance, protection, and strength for those who walk the path of duty, facing challenges with unwavering determination. May this ceremony be a symbol of our community's support for those who stand ready to protect and serve. Please join me in a moment of prayer. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we lift these firefighters and ask for your divine protection as they embark on their duty to serve and safeguard the residents of Millcreek Township. Bless them with strength, resilience, and wisdom to face the challenges that lay ahead. Grant them the discernment to make split-second decisions and the compassion to comfort those in distress. May your guiding hand be upon them, leading and directing their steps. Surround them with your angels, Lord, as they run toward danger to protect and rescue. Grant them a shield of courage and a heart filled with compassion for those they serve. We pray for the families of these firefighters, that they might find comfort and peace knowing that their loved ones are in your care. Bless their homes and provide a strong support system for them. Lord, we also ask for unity unity and camaraderie among the firefighting family. May they work together seamlessly, trusting one another in the face of adversity, instill in them a sense of pride in their duty and a commitment to uphold the highest standards of service. May their service be a shining example of love, sacrifice, and bravery for all to witness. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. I give you Millcreek Township part-time firefighters. Okay, thanks, guys.
$26. That's not bad.
See how the rest of the week goes.
Besides Dennis? Do we have anyone? No. There's a lot of folks in here. Over at end is one. Somehow I got the sign-in sheet. Oh, that goes on the podium. It is Jonathan. Yep. I mean, at least we have a good group here. I don't know where everybody's going. Don't they want to stick around for the meeting? You gotta make sure you guys, yeah, get good information. What? Yeah. I could use your backup. See, I need your help. See, John. Right after. This is relative. His girlfriend's son, Grappy, is his last name.
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Free pizza. Pizza.
Okay, back to our agenda. Number 6, approval of minutes from our November 28th, 2023 meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Approval of the bills. We have a batch of bills that need approved.
Make a motion to approve?
I will second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Public hearing on a petition requesting a change in zoning classification. Wendy's of Fort Wayne, Inc. Mr. Mr. Waldinger? I assume you're handling this?
I am, yes, thank you. Yes, this is a rezoning for property located along Wager Road and identified by tax parcel ID number 33198-641-2, which is now zoned CR Conservation Residential. They're asking for the parcel to be classified as C3 Interstate Commercial. At their regular meeting of Tuesday, December 5th, 2023, the Millcreek Township Planning Commission recommended approval of this rezoning with the encouragement that the property owner and the Erie County Conservation District work toward a conservation easement on the wetland portion of the property.
Okay, thank you, Matt. We'll open the hearing and invite anyone that wishes to give testimony, come up to the podium. Is there anyone here speak on this? Sir? Yes, sir. If you could sign in, there's a sign-in sheet, and then just state your name for the record.
My name is Charlie Fox. I'm from 19 Mill Neck Lane, Pittsford, New York, representing the owner of the property. We have talked with the conservation group and said we would not be opposed to some sort of easement on the lower end of the property. However, we wanted to figure out what was the best use for the property. A few years back, the property was rezoned into the wetland conservative zoning, so we were hoping to go back to commercial because we weren't originally informed of the rezoning. So we're hoping we can go back, see what a good use for the property would be, see how much property they would need to in order to do that development, and then come back to the conservation committee or group and basically do some sort of easement there.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments?
None here.
This individual? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak on this petition for a change in zoning? Okay, hearing none. We will close the hearing and ask for a motion on this.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you, sir. Lydia, did we miss something?
We did.
Yes. Number 3 on our agenda was covered. Nope, no problem. Thanks for checking. Okay, number 9. We have a notice of exclusion from land development, 3800 block of Asbury Road, Erie Waterworks. Matt?
Thank you. Would you mind if I took both of these together?
No objections here.
Okay, so you mentioned 3800 block of Asbury Road. The other is 3711 West 12th Street. These are 2 exclusions that are on the agenda today. They are notifications only. The permits were issued administratively, and there is no action being requested of the board. The first is an addition by Erie Waterworks to a water booster pump station in the 3800 block of Asbury Road. The pump building itself is an accessory structure, which are exempt from the land development process, and the total new impervious area is 4,727 square feet, which qualifies for an exclusion. The second project is a renovation to an office and retail space by the developer Thundering Sky LLC on a building at 3711 West 12th Street. The project entails interior renovations and a 1,721 square foot addition to the second floor, which qualifies this project excludes this project from the land development process. As a reminder, I'd like to remind the board and the public that while these projects qualify to be excluded from the formal land development process, they are still required to comply with all township ordinances such as zoning and stormwater management.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any other comments on this? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to bids and quotes. Walnut Creek Lift Station pumps. Rob?
Thank you. Good evening. The sewer department is seeking approval to purchase a Barnes Model 4SC MD 20084 chopper pump with a 50-foot cord for the Walnut Creek lift station. The existing pump is old and is reaching the end of its useful life. This pump will be purchased from Miller Pump Supply for a total price of $17,192.40 under CoStar's contract 5412-2022-02-SB. Funds for this will be taken from the replacement pump line of the sewer department capital budget, leaving a balance of $50,598.12. It is my recommendation to purchase this pump from Miller Pump Supply.
Okay. Is there a motion on the pump?
So moved.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Network Security Services.
Yes.
Mark?
We have a quote from VNet they currently provide our network security services, and this is just renewing that contract for the next year. The agreement lists a whole bunch of services that are being provided. A lot of them are acronyms. But the need for these services were reviewed and recommended by Chris Filson from the police department and John Fleming from the township side of the IT department. And the cost is $47.89 a month, and it's split out by the number of computers in each area. So it's my recommendation that you approve this contract for the network services for the upcoming year. And it has been budgeted as such.
Okay, we're currently with Velocity Net,
Yes,
so this is a continuation of,
yes.
so-
The one change, they changed the service that scans our emails for bad emails. And so, that's one change that's included in here. The other one was obsolete.
okay.
I'll make a, oh, sorry.
Do I hear a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the VNet contract.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Scheduling and personnel management software. Millcreek Fire Department Chief Cliff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you saw, we just hired a lot of firefighters, and we need some software that could help us with scheduling. I'd recommend the purchase of First Due scheduling software for Millcreek Fire Department at a cost of $4,950. This software offers several key features that will greatly benefit our operations, including automated personal management and scheduling, as well as a seamless integration with our payroll export into Chronos system.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Cost is $4,950.
Correct.
Okay, is there a motion on the scheduling software?
So moved.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Business machine leases, two of them, Millcreek Police Department. Chief Mook?
Thank you. Currently in the police department, we have two digital printer, scanner, copier, fax machines that are aging and becoming obsolete. Also, the toner cartridges for these two pieces of equipment is now costing the township over $350 a month. Ford Office Technologies has offered a 60-month lease program to replace the two aforementioned machines. The lease cost for the equipment is $79.98 a month. Maintenance costs are $61 a month. This is for both pieces of equipment. So normal monthly cost for the lease would be $140.98 a month, saving the township about $200 a month.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Very good. Is there a motion on the lease with Ford Technologies for the machines?
I'll make a motion, and thank you for saving the township $200 a month, Chief.
I'll second.
Okay, yep. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next up, we have an appraisal for the Erie Golf Course. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, as you know, the township had previously filed a petition with the Erie County Court of Common Pleas Orphans Court Division seeking leave to sell the Erie Golf Club. We received a favorable ruling from the judge yesterday granting our petition, and we're now looking to move forward with obtaining an appraisal for the property, which is needed to assist the township in evaluating any eventual sale. Before you is a quote from an appraisal of the golf course from Golf Property Analysts. They're a very well qualified appraiser of golf course properties and have done such appraisals throughout the country. The cost of the appraisal is $15,000 with a retainer of $9,000. It would be my recommendation to approve this proposal and move forward with obtaining the appraisal.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Is there a motion on the appraisal for the golf course?
I'll make a motion to move forward with the appraisal of the golf course.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Next up, adoption of the 2024 final budget. Mark?
Yes, the preliminary budget was presented at the last meeting at the end of November, and at that time, the general fund operating budget was showing a surplus of around $12,000 to $13,000. Well, the final version of the budget has increased that to a whopping $32,000 figure. So essentially, we hardly moved the needle, but that's okay. We didn't want any substantive changes to the operating budget. The only real changes that occurred were including the West 6th Street pedestrian project, which is a fully funded project, so it has no net impact on the fund balance, and then 3 carryover items that were approved in 2023 for the 2024 budget. The first item was the plow truck that apparently the body's here or there at the place that's going to put the unit together, but there's part delays, and it's unlikely we will see that unit until mid-year, and so we're going to carry it over from this year because it was approved in 23's budget. Also, there was an item for the waterproofing of bridges in the township. That project is still kind of iffy. PennDOT had some issues with the process. We're leaving the money in as a carryover item in case they get everything worked out and we don't have to scramble for money next year. That was $14,000. And the third item was a carryover for lift stands, I think, for the garage for $40,000. And that was also approved in this year's budget. So that was all the substantive changes to the budget. So it's my recommendation that the final version of the budget be adopted as presented, and we go forward.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. Any questions or comments about the budget? Mark, maybe if you could just briefly reiterate from your preliminary budget presentation about that this is going to result in a small tax increase.
Yes.
But what is that tax increase earmarked for?
That tax increase is earmarked for public improvements, essentially for roads. We do not get enough money from liquid fuels to maintain our road paving program as is. And the only way to cover that shortfall is by raising revenue. And the only real means we have of raising revenue is changing the millage rate. This will be a dedicated tax to public improvements, of which road improvements, road paving is part of.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. So we're gonna continue our aggressive road paving program. Maybe not quite as aggressive as the last 2 or 3 summers, but nonetheless, we'll still be getting a lot of roads done. So thankful for that. Okay, I'll ask for a motion on the 2024 final budget.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Up next is Resolution 2023 R45, a resolution of the Board of Supervisors fixing the Millcreek Township tax rate for the year 2024. So it will be $3.3977 mils. Correct, Mark? That's our base.
This thing does weird things.
Yeah, it looks like 3.3977 mils, and then the tax rate for the fire department, which is, my understanding, that will now be listed as a separate line item on the,
That's the arrangements we've made with the county.
okay.
Yeah, it's still up to the county, actually the printer for the county, to actually implement the request.
Bills go to print.
Go to print in January, I believe. Probably later part of January, because they've got to still produce files and whatnot. Yes, the 3.3977 is the general fund operating, 0.406 general or public improvement tax. That had been 0.0156, so it reflects the 0.25 increase, and then the 0.4 mil fire tax.
Okay, that's remaining unchanged.
Correct.
Any questions about the resolution setting the tax millage rates? Okay, ask for a motion.
Second?
Thank you, Kim. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? I vote yes. Resolution 2023-R46, resolution of the Township of Millcreek, Erie County, Pennsylvania, adopting quarterly sewer rental fees for the Millcreek Township sanitary sewer system for the year 2024.
This is remaining at $86.50 a quarter, same rate as it was for all of '23. It is assessed every year, or reviewed every year, depending upon the needs of the sewer system. You know, the biggest cost that exists is the treatment, and we don't control that cost. The city of Erie, through the Erie Waterworks, sets that rate, and it's like $5 million for next year. So it's half of the revenue. We will also be looking at bond funding, more than likely, of some sort, for the Kearsarge Force Main next year.
Okay, is there a motion on resolution 2023-R46 as presented by Mark Zashewski?
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. I vote yes. Number 14 on the agenda, ordinance 2023-9. Ordinance of Millcreek Township Supervisors of Erie County, Pennsylvania, to adopt an intergovernmental agreement for administration and enforcement of the Uniform Construction Code for the purpose of appointing a joint Board of Appeals to be established and administered by the Erie County Association of Township Officials. Mr. Shaw, you want to- Oh, Matt, you got that?
If you don't mind, these three do need to be voted on separately, but if I could speak about the next three items together as a group.
Okay.
They are all related and they all deal with the Uniform Construction Code Board of Appeals. In 2004, Pennsylvania adopted a statewide building code, which is the Uniform Construction Code, or the UCC. And it includes an appeal process, and each municipality must have a UCC Board of Appeals to hear these petitions. Millcreek has established its own board and has been responsible for appointing members and a board solicitor every year since. We receive UCC appeals infrequently, with the last appeal having been heard in 2021. The Erie County Association of Township Officials, also known as ECATO, has formed a joint UCC Board of Appeals, which is open to any township in Erie County that wishes to join. Municipalities that want to participate must enter into an intergovernmental cooperation agreement with ECATO. Under this agreement, the township would collect the application fee from the applicant and pass those along to ECATO, which would then schedule the hearing, convene the board, and pay costs for the solicitor and the court reporter from the fee that is submitted. Any Millcreek appeals would be heard here in the municipal building assembly room. I think this process is a perfect example of intergovernmental cooperation, and it eliminates the need for the township to maintain a separate board which only meets on average once every few years. I would recommend that the Board of Supervisors adopt Ordinance 2023-9 to join ECATO's UCC board, and then Ordinance 2023-10, which modifies our current code to reflect ECATO as our UCC Board of Appeals, and Resolution 2023-R47, which updates our fee for appeals to match ECATO's.
Okay, thank you. Matt, any questions or comments on the 2 ordinances and the resolution as presented?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
The ECATO, most of the other townships that belong to ECATO are going to be adopting this intergovernmental agreement as well. So we stand in solidarity with a lot of other townships throughout the county.
Okay, very good. Okay, we'll ask for a motion on the first ordinance, 2023-9, as presented.
So moved.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Ordinance 2023-10, which is the UCC portion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. And then the resolution, 2023-R47, regarding fees required and allowed under state law.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes on that. Number 17, we have a new or amended ordinance under review. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, we continue to review, to work with engineering and planning and development to review and hopefully finalize this out.
Okay, very good. And number 18, office lease agreement with Erie County with the district judge here in our building. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, the current lease expires at the end of this year, so we had some negotiations with the county with respect to renewing the lease in the existing location of the district justice. We have come to agreements on that lease, and it is in front of you. The term of the lease is 6 years, and the rent for the lease is for 2024-2025 is $39,942.30 annually. I believe it gets paid on a monthly basis. Same with 2026 and 2027. The lease amount increases to $43,255.30. And then for the last 2 years, 2028 and 2029, the lease amount annually is $46,700.82. Really no other changes to the prior lease that have been approved with the county for the district justice's office, and so I would recommend approval by the board.
Okay. Thank you. Is there a motion on the new 6-year lease with the district judge?
So.
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Building inspection underwriters agreement. Matt?
Thank you. The township uses building inspection underwriters BIU on occasion to assist it on an as-needed basis with inspections under the property maintenance code and the fire code. Before you use an agreement with BIU that would extend that agreement to December 31st, 2024. This agreement is identical to agreements we have entered into annually with BIU and caps the total fees for items under the agreement at $6,000. The fees contained have not changed from last year. Inspection costs range from $45 to $70 depending on the nature of the inspection. And having BIU participate in hearings is listed as a charge of $60 for the first hour and $25 per half hour afterwards. Commercial fire code inspections range from $45 to $115 depending on type and size of the facility.
I would recommend approving this agreement with BIU for 2025.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any questions on the agreement with BIU? Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. I vote yes. We have an addendum to agreement of the sale of Lakewood Park. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, at the Board of Supervisors meeting on November 28th, 2023, I had discussed with the board regarding the acquisition of Lakewood Park and the financing contingency that would require the execution of a grant agreement that would cover 85% of the cost of the acquisition. And that the closing under that agreement was due by December 31 of 2023. We've yet to hear with respect to the grant, and we did approach the school district with the idea of extending that term. They have agreed to extend the closing date to March 31 of 2024, which should give us sufficient time to determine whether we receive the grant or not. And so before you is an addendum to that agreement of sale between the township and the school district that would amend the closing date to March 31 of 2024 and enable us to exercise that financing contingency up until that date. So the recommendation would be to approve this addendum. It's my understanding the school district will have this on their agenda at their next meeting.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shaw. Is there a motion to approve this addendum, which extends the closing date to March 31st of 2024?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. I vote yes. Okay, we have a agenda request from Jessica Stutzman, Director of Community Relations and Sustainability, regarding the PABDP Household Hazardous Waste Grant Award. The Mill Fair Special Collection event was held on Saturday, May 20th, 2023. 30 volunteers and 350 residents in attendance. Recycling Department recycled 364 tires, 500 pounds of lead acid batteries, 442 pounds of propane tanks, and 4,812 pounds of appliances with Freon. The certificate of destruction was received by North Coast Shredding. The amount of paper recycled, 8,824 pounds. The event saved 75 trees, 30,884 gallons of water, 48.5 barrels of oil, and 13.2 cubic yards of landfill space. The CRS department has submitted a record of operations and an application for reimbursement. Under the Household Small Business Hazardous Waste Collection Program grant, Millcreek Township applied for $1,283.48 reimbursement from the PABDP. So this is a, I guess, a motion to just to apply for the grant itself to get reimbursed. Okay. Is there a motion on? I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
You have a second? Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. I vote yes. Now it's a recycling. Jessica as well.
DEP 904. I can read it for you if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. VA Section 904 recycling performance grants are available to all Pennsylvania local governments with recycling programs following Act 101 regulations. The grant awards are based on the total tons recycled and the applicant's recycling rate. Eligible grant materials include only glass bottles and jars, metal cans, plastic bottles, newspapers and magazines, paper and cardboard. It is the recommendation of Ms. Stutzman that the Millcreek Township Community Relations and Sustainability apply for the PA DEP Section 904 Performance Grant to put back into programming, education, and events that will benefit our Millcreek Township residents and businesses.
Okay, yes, this is the grant, an annual grant that we applied for. Okay, is there a motion on that?
I will make a motion to approve.
Dan will second. Okay, Dan, thank you. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. And I vote yes. Next up, we have an MOA. This is a request from Diane Lyons and Administration. It's a requesting approval of the MOA with ASME to move the receptionist position to the clerical pay scale classification effective January 1st, 2024. So, I don't see the actual pay scale listed. Do we have that? No, offhand. What that is?
I don't see it anymore. I don't see it.
Okay. This is an MOA that's parties agree that the receptionist position will be moved from the receptionist wage classification to the same wage classification as clerical workers, subject to the following terms and conditions. The clerical pay scale classification is in the contract under Article 7, Section 3. The receptionist will be moved to the clerical pay scale classification. This agreement in no way sets a precedent for future situations. So, my understanding is that a receptionist is currently doing a considerable amount of clerical work, and that is what the reason for this agreement. Do you have any questions or comments on it?
Make a motion to approve.
And I will second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. And I vote yes. Next up, we have an appointment of Act 504 coordinator. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, the Rehabilitation Act of 1973 prohibits discrimination against people who have disabilities. Section 504 of the Act applies only to employers or organizations that receive financial assistance from any federal department or agency. And the Township's Police Department will be receiving federal funds that trigger the applicability of Section 504. We need to ensure that the Township is compliant. Fortunately, the Americans with Disabilities Act replicates many of the requirements of Section 504. The Township has already addressed many of those requirements under the ADA. So the Township only, frankly, really need to make a few minor changes to the policies, and we need to formally identify a Section 504 coordinator. As a result, we made those minor changes to the ADA policies to incorporate references to Section 504. The Township needs to approve the Township Secretary as the Section 504 coordinator. Currently, Cheryl Williams serves as the ADA coordinator. That's would be my recommendation to adopt the final Section 504 amendments to the ADA policy documents, including the grievance procedure, and to appoint the Township Secretary as the Act 504 coordinator, the new title of ADA/Section 504 coordinator.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a motion to approve the agreements? Is there an agreement, Mark, on the terms or addendum?
No, there's no particular agreement, just the policy changes
Policy
and
change.
appointment of the Section 504 coordinator.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Cheryl Williams as our 504 coordinator.
I'll second.
Okay, I'm going to call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Definitely yes.
Mr. Olet? Yes. And I make it unanimous. Congratulations, Sharon.
Great job, Sharon. One more thing to do.
Next up, the long-awaited, long-anticipated employee manual is finally before us. 55-page employee handbook / manual that has been in the works at the township here for quite some time. A lot of work has been done by previous administrations and the current administration to finally have this come to fruition. Does anyone have any other comments? I'm sure you might have a couple.
Yeah, I will make it very brief. I am very proud. I would like to recognize Diane Lyons, who has been our coordinator of human resources, and she has done a fantastic job putting all of this together. It has been vetted by both of our unions. It's been vetted by our attorneys. I think that we have a very great document. I'm sure we will have to amend things as time goes on, and that's what this is for. But now we will have policies in place. It puts our employees on a level playing field. Now they know what the expectations are, and we all do better when we know what the expectations are that are in place. I kind of makes me think of being a teacher. You know, I had to present the material and teach it in order and tell them what was going to be on the test, right? And if I just gave them the test without telling them what was on it, it wasn't very fair. Well, now they know what's going to be on the test. So I will make a motion to approve the employee manual.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Enthusiastically, yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, we're on communications. Treasurer? Mark?
Nothing further at this point.
Okay. We have a hiring request from the code enforcement. Matt?
Thank you. Following interviews with several qualified candidates, I am pleased to recommend that the board hire William Sandstrom to fill the vacant position of Animal Resource Officer. William is an Erie native who was a humane police officer for the Humane Society of Northwest Pennsylvania early in his career. He moved to the Harrisburg area and worked as Chief Humane Police Officer for the Humane Society of Harrisburg for 11 years and has been with his current employer, the City of Harrisburg, working as a dog law officer too since 2016. William meets and exceeds the qualifications we were looking for in this position. Among the certificates he holds are Pennsylvania Humane Police Officer Parts 1 and 2 and the National Animal Control Association Levels 1 and 2. William's knowledge, experience, and compassion ensure that he will provide stellar service to the citizens of Millcreek and to the animals entrusted to his care. It is my recommendation that the board approve hiring William Sandstrom at the initial rate of $20.74 an hour with a start date of February 5th, 2024. I also request that the board provide William with relocation assistance in the amount of $2,000.
Thank you, Matt. Any questions or comments from the board about the new hire request?
I'll make I will just make a comment if it's okay, Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
This has also been a long time in coming. And I am very confident that William Sandstrom will provide the kind of service that we would come to expect from someone dealing with the animals here, our domestic animals here in Millcreek Township. And I think that compassion and the experience that he brings will really be a benefit here in Millcreek Township.
I agree. I think he can, has a background to form good relationships with the Humane Society and the Anna Shelter and the police department, etc. So, very good. Did you make a motion?
I'm sorry. I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of William Sandstrom.
I'll second.
Okay. Call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, we have a training request from the fire department. Chief Cliff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm requesting approval for Cody Maxwell. He's a full-time firefighter to enroll in a paramedic course offered at the Auburn Career Center. It's scheduled to run from March 6th of 2024 to February 3rd of 2025. The classes will be taking place every Monday and Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at a cost of $7,830 for the entire course. I'd recommend the approval of this paramedic program for Cody Maxwell with the condition that he signs a 2-year service agreement with Millcreek Township.
So he would be the first Millcreek firefighter to enroll in such a
To
course.
enroll, yes.
I know there are some that are already certified.
Correct.
Where's Auburn Career Center?
It's about 44 and 90 right in the interstate, about an hour drive.
All right, is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. And we have another training request. Chief Clerk?
Yes, this training request is for myself to attend the Pennsylvania Career Fire Chiefs Winter Meeting. It's being held January 24th through the 26th in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Philadelphia. The total cost is for the hotel is $264.18, and I estimate about $200 in fuel. Recommend that approval.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Is there a motion to approve this training request?
So,
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
yes.
And I vote yes. Training request from the Police Department. Chief Moore.
Thank you. The National Tactical Officers Association is conducting an online training course titled Supervising Patrol Critical Incidents. And the dates are April 29th and 30th. The course is designed to provide patrol supervisors with the information and tools needed to manage a critical incident prior to the arrival of the SWAT teams. I'm recommending that our 3 newest patrol corporals attend this online training. They are Corporal Washik, Corporal Presnar, and Corporal Sorokas. Tuition is $311 for each. Due to the nature of the online training, there are no travel costs. Total cost is $933.
Chief Moore.
I'll make a motion to approve the training request.
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet? And I vote yes. Executive session were held on December 7th. We discussed litigation matters related to federal lawsuit, bankruptcy claim, Stantec change order, orphans court petition, and ordinance enforcement matters. Also personnel matters related to salary, real estate matters related to parks and rec facilities, lease of township property and official map properties. And on the 14th of December, this year, we discussed litigation matters related to federal lawsuit, bankruptcy claim, orphans court petition, ordinance enforcement matters, and Stantec change order. Also personnel matters related to pensions, salary and union matters, and also real estate matters related to official map properties, lease of township property, parks and rec facilities. Good thing I can read cursive later. No, that's fine. All good. Anything further from Mr. Shaw?
Just one thing that we received, essentially received a notice from federal court, bankruptcy court regarding some past taxes that were due to the township and a property that was wrapped up in a bankruptcy. That parcel is going to be sold, and as a result of the sale, the township will receive its back taxes. We simply have to file an answer on Thursday. Effectively, I'll file an answer indicating no objection, obviously, to the sale as a result of us receiving our tax fees. So, just want to propose that.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Mr. Anthony Madursky, our student ambassador from Cal High School. The floor is yours, sir.
Sorry, what you say?
The floor is yours,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Unfortunately, I am in the report. I wasn't provided with any information from Millcreek. Like, they didn't give me any information to report, so I got nothing to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, just wing it.
How's the basketball
What's
team?
going on in McDowell?
To be honest, I don't even know. I don't follow the sports there.
They're 3-0, actually.
I mean, if you want something to, I guess our winter break is coming up on this Friday.
Oh.
I guess New Year's, to be honest. So, in full honesty, I'm kind of surprised it's already 2024. It seems like time's flying by.
Are you enjoying your senior year, Mr. Madursky?
I think I am.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Probably my physics teacher, Richard Fessner.
Mr. Fessner. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a pretty.
Don't tell him I said that.
Might be upset even more.
Any Christmas plans? Going out of town, staying home?
No, not really.
Okay.
Anything for you guys?
Well, yeah. You know.
We all got small.
I'm working.
Family stuff.
We're all working. We don't even sleep. Thank you for being here, Mr. Wojcicki.
Okay. Very good. Citizens to be heard. Any citizens wish to be heard this evening? No, it's gotta be. 80 before beauty. Sir, if you would state your name and sign it.
John Grove, former Millcreek Supervisor. I reside at 603 Montpelier Avenue here in beautiful Millcreek Township. I just want to make a comment, and I think it was really nice tonight to see the new part-time firefighters brought on. Just a quick story, not to sound like an old geezer like I usually do when I'm up here. My late father was very active with the Lake Shore Fire Department, and he was actually a life member. And for many years in the 60s and part of the 70s, he was the chief at Lake Shore. Anyway, him and I would have quite a few discussions about the need for Millcreek to have a fire department. And sometimes the discussions were spirited too, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I think towards the end of his life, he got to understand, because of the amount of firefighters, the volunteers, that number is decreasing. And of course, that was kind of a catalyst for the Board of Supervisors. I think it was 2017, Mark, that we formed the Millcreek Township Fire Commission. Myself was the liaison from the Board of Supervisors. Dan was from West Ridge Fire Department. And of course, we had the guidance of Mark Shaw. And of course, all the fire departments. And I got to say, it's pretty cool to see everybody working together. I'm sure there were times where you almost go fisticuffs out in the parking lot, but overall, everybody remained cool about it, and it worked out for the residents of Millcreek Township. But I will caution just one statement: there's a cost, and of course that is a budgetary matter that will have to be addressed. It has been being addressed already, but other things may happen in the future there. But I think we're in the right direction here, guys. So I just wanted to. I don't have my hat with me, but took my hat there for you. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. Any other citizens to be heard?
Sure. How you doing? Hello. Thanks for letting me talk.
Are we letting you talk?
We have to.
Oh, you're gonna.
Cheers.
Man, I don't care. You said there was a .4060 tax. What was that for? You said 4% was
Public improvements. 0.406.
Wait, what?
0.406.
Yeah. All right. And then 0.45.
Yes.
That was addition. Okay. Thank you. I agree. Sorry about the hat. I'll tip it for you. I gotta make this fast because everybody wants to go home. But I'll tell you, this EMS thing's driving me crazy. We got 21 part-time. How many full-time now? 9? 30 people. You got paramedics in there. You got at least 3 full-time paramedics. Paramedic firefighters. Now you got another guy going to training. Then we have Millcreek Paramedic Service. And here we got a county executive that wants to form authority. And what are authorities? You know what authorities bring? Money. They bring money to pay. Money for their salaries. You see it all the way around. Some authorities actually, authority people, like the water authority, he makes more money than the mayor. He makes more money than the county executive. It was ridiculous. I think that's one strike against it. But if you have this type of fire department with paramedics involved, backing up Millcreek paramedics, which they could be utilized possibly, I'm not sure, what would be the sense of getting into authority EMS delivery county-wide. Not only that, I looked it up, there's 38 municipalities, 2 cities, well, it consists, I call them municipalities, Erie County. There's 2 cities, 14 boroughs, and 22 townships. Okay? And they want to charge a fee. And the fee involved in this says they want it to be a fee so they can charge not only people, but businesses. I think both profitable, for-profit, and non-profit. Okay, so what kind of sense does it make to charge the people that work there and then charge the businesses that employ? It just makes no sense to me in that respect. Well, hang on, man, I've been waiting. It's just a game here. Flattier Borough, they just put forth a $1 million fire tax, and then they put a $500,000 EMS tax. Now, to me, really, it's going to come down. If you're going to charge a fee, why not does everybody just charge the $500,000 EMS tax and get it over? And then we can keep ours within our township. Why do we got to be the people that these townships come like this? As Gerard Mayer, I think his name is Kamenek, something like that. He was at the last county council meeting, and he said, "I just raised the fire tax." He said, "I don't want to tax my people anymore." But he has the ability to put that $500,000 in. But yet he doesn't want to raise the tax. But yet he wants to have his hand up. And being useful. Mr. Ola was quite nice. He called me. I just think I don't know, you're the spokesman or the representative for these 3 in concerning this, because I didn't see anybody at the meetings. And those meetings weren't very well attended. They weren't very well published. We made people aware of what was going on. But, you know, I got my hand. What are you going to give me? So, I sit here and you get me all riled up like I go down to the meeting. I mean, they wanted to take $2 million from the homeless fund out of Erie County. Then they found out that that money was already promised, so it wasn't there to take. So then the last county council meeting, they tried to squirrel around for half an hour to find that out. And lo and behold, the county executive got a budget for $1.6 million to pay for indigent people's lawyer fees. And lo and behold, last night, what did they do? They sustained his veto. So that goes back. That's taken out of the budget. And the lawyer fees are going to come out of the general fund. So I imagine it'll come back up to $1.6 million. And they'll try to put that back in with some other funding to make the $2 million back up to push more for this authority. I don't think, with all these people, all these townships, all these boroughs, I just can't sit here and believe that everybody's contacted about it. I don't know if everybody sitting here knows about it, quite honestly. So, that was one of my questions. This is it, and I'll let you go. And do they know that if there is a fee, is it going to be used or it will be used to subsidize other townships, municipalities, and boroughs? That's Millcreek Township taxpayers would be funding municipalities, boroughs, and townships that do not want to support their own areas. But, and I understand that the fire departments and Millcreek County are only, people only 20%, 25% of the people really participate. But the EMS tax, to me, is going to come up sooner or later in this township. Because if people aren't given, they're going to have it. We can't afford that. John Gross stood here and said it. So the last thing I would ask you that if this would come up, and I don't know how you would do it, but I think it should be put to a vote, or at least publicized, or have meetings for all Millcreek Township people, and I don't know if you'll get them here. Probably not, because nobody buys a paper, nobody listens to them. But I would like to see that. I'll push for Erie County to put it out if it comes up again. It's like put it up to a vote. I strongly oppose this for Millcreek Township. I oppose it for the city. I oppose it for anybody that takes the time to step out and be brave like you guys did in forming a fire department and hiring these people. I think you went above and beyond, and I think you have taken it upon yourself to do the responsible thing that other people don't want to do. So I thank you. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, Jerry, you too.
Behave yourself.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you. Oh, I got something. Just so you know I was here.
Any other citizens to be heard this evening? Going once, going twice. Okay. Call for an adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I vote yes.
Yes.
We are adjourned at 6:26 p.m.
And happy holidays to everyone.